What's up, guys? Special edition of What's Barking Local and the Caring for Creatures show. It's at a special day and time, Tuesday, at 3 o'clock. And we're doing it Tuesdays because of the abbreviated week, because of the 4th of July. We wish everyone an early Independence Day and enjoy a 4th of July safe and have fun. We will welcome the stars of the show, Mary Birkholz of Caring for Creatures, Patty Boden of Animal Connection. Patty, we'll get this mic set up for you here and a place for you to use.
All right.
Let's start with you, shall we, Patty, and let us know the week that was at Animal Connection, please.
Okay. Well, we have been just getting busy for what we're going to talk about today, the Christmas in July, to raise money for Caring for Creatures, and we're going to discuss that at length.
Okay.
And then we also had a really interesting opportunity over at the Darden School. We were invited to be panelists for Facebook marketing.
Nice.
And they were here teaching people how to do their branding and their posts and their ads and Instagram better. And they had several of us on the panel talking about what worked and what we really messed up. So we kind of laid it bare for the world to see.
I love it. Did you have fun?
It was really fun. And I learned a lot.
Good.
So,
Good.
Expect great things online.
I love it. I love it. We follow that certainly very closely here at V&V Branson. I Live Seaville. What else transpired in this past week, Patty?
Wow. Well, we're just getting ready for fireworks, and CBD oil is flying out the door, and homeopathics, and anything we can do to help these animals get through a very busy 4th of July week has been sort of the order of the day or order of the week. And the fireworks started last Saturday. So commodities, things you can do to keep your dogs occupied. We've also been fielding a lot of questions about a lot of things in the media, like the cardio dilated myopathy, as people have been reading in the New York Times, and just giving people helpful hints about what they can do to make their pet foods better, and hopefully find some solutions to these issues.
What'd you make of that New York Times article, Mary? Did you read it?
Well, I was concerned,
yeah.
But I also know that until I can see a little bit more facts, if you will, proof sort of thing, I quite frankly really don't know what to believe at this point.
Okay.
You tend to want to do what you can for your animals, dogs in particular they're talking about, and quite frankly, always one of the calls I make is to Patty over here. Go, what did you make of that article? What can you tell me? Yeah, poor Patty has been inundated, but it is big, and I wonder a little bit about their research and how it was done and who it was done with. I'm not saying it's not true.
Sure.
It's just I don't know that I have enough info.
Well, here's the thing, and I'm going to say this briefly because you can go on our Facebook page and read several comments and reposts from people in the industry that I respect highly. And the FDA themselves say that they don't have a direct link. They have theories and suppositions. They don't have a direct link. The other thing I want to say is no matter what kind of pet food you buy, be it grain inclusive or grain free, just the fact of manufacturing a pet food involves heat. And when heat's involved, taurine is compromised. But there are things you can do with frozen and freeze-dried and dehydrated to either add to foods or raise up the taurine levels. We would love it if everybody ate foods out of our freezer, but it can be cost prohibitive. So come see us at Animal Connection. We have got cost-effective options for every single budget and many, many different kinds of pet foods. And, we're working with different vets on the issues and trying to find good fits for everybody. So we're on top of it.
Spencer Thomas, welcome to the program, and Crozet, thank you for joining us. We have Louise Parker watching in Charlottesville. Give it a like. Give it a share if you can. Kristen Brown, hello. Thank you for joining us. Mary Birkholz, the week that was for CFC.
Yeah. Most of our time at CFC this past week is dealing with kittens, newborns, 8 to 10-week-olds, 6-week-olds, you name it. We have every age. We have a litter of puppies that very soon we'll be getting some pictures of. They're monsters. They're big. They're ugly. And the mom is like this hound, typical hound, maybe 50, 60 pounds. And these puppies are the largest we have ever had for that size mom. So we're really wondering, who she was hanging out with.
Who's that
But
daddy?
who's that daddy? But at like 3 weeks of age, they were the biggest. Well, it's well over 4 pounds. And that's a little on the large size. But anyway, they're beautiful and they're cute. And we'll start promoting them very soon to have visitors out.
And National Kitten Day is next week.
And National Kitten
Good time
Day,
to adopt a
yeah.
kitten from Caring for
Absolutely good
Creatures.
time. And we still have our $30 adoption fee that lasts through the end of this year, sort of in honor of our 30th anniversary.
Okay.
So that fee applies to all of our cats and senior dogs.
Okay.
So good deal.
Caringforcreatures.org. Pamela Thompson Miller says, hello, ladies. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, Jennifer Lehman Morris. You see Spike and Sierra on, is it Sierra on screen, the kitten? Layla? Sarah
yeah.
on screen.
Yeah.
I love those pictures. Now, we have a big time event going on at Animal Connection to benefit Caring for Creatures, and that was one of the ideas of this shared show on this abbreviated holiday week. Patty, set the stage for this week.
Well, if you notice, we're all wearing Santa Barks logo. Well, Santa Claus local too. We have
There you
buttons.
go.
We're wearing the shirts, and so it's Christmas in July, and the thing of it is when a lot of people open up their pockets really deep at Christmas. Well, that's great, and it's very much appreciated for the rescue groups, but it doesn't last all year. I mean, these animals eat a lot, and there's vet bills and kitty litter and supplies out the wazoo. And, by July, sometimes resources are running fairly thin. So we have done the Christmas in July since 2016, and in previous years, we've been able to raise, gosh, that truck was over 6,000
Oh my gosh, that was
of
hugely
food,
amazing.
And it lasted you quite a bit.
Forever.
We're throwing down the challenge.
Yeah.
We'd really like to do that this year. We would prefer monetary donations because we'll take those funds, and through our wholesale network, we will be able to purchase more food for Caring for Creatures than if somebody were to just buy something retail at another store. And we can
Absolutely.
get Caring for Creatures exactly what they want at any given time. So, the gauntlet's down. The Christmas tree is up at Animal Connection. We're ready to roll.
Those kittens are challenging.
Christmas in July, Mary Birkholz. Talk to
Yeah.
us.
What
Well,
do we
we need lots of things, but I want to comment on something that she mentioned, and that was come June, July, August, for us, historically, it's a much lower donation time frame.
Vacation.
People are vacationing, they're out and about doing whatever,
Right.
and it's typically for us a lower donation period. So this sort of program or campaign is perfect, because if there's anything we use a lot of, it's food.
Put in perspective
And
that. Daily food usage, monthly food usage, so we have something tangible.
Money-wise, you mean?
Or just amount of food?
Amount of food. We go through at least 40 to 45 pounds of dry dog food. We go
day.
a day.
Right.
Cat food is probably a little less than that, but more canned food. We go through approximately, let's say, 16 cases of the 15 and a half, is that 15 ounce can?
Right.
We go through that every week, every 7 to 8 days.
Right.
For dogs, we go through 12 of the 22 ounce cans of canned food every day. And that's if we don't have puppies. And we have the puppies right now, and like I said, they're big.
They eat a lot.
They eat a lot. So
And the moms eat a lot.
and the moms have to eat a lot,
Right.
And she was depleted before she even had the puppies, before she got to us. So it's huge. It's absolutely huge.
How about put in perspective the significance of Christmas in July with what Animal Connection's doing through the doldrums that are the summer at CFC in Fluvanna County?
Oh, there is no comparison,
Yeah.
quite frankly. The animals keep coming. The need never stops.
That's right.
It just never stops. And when you're squeezing everything you can out of every dollar anyway, and when things slow down, just because it might be the season to slow down, you're squeezing even more. You still have the same expenses, you still have the same staff, And you could get in any number of medical issues that require a lot of extra dollars.
How about the historical perspective of Christmas in July, how we go about getting involved, amount of food you've touched on already raised, but someone wants to walk in, they want to see you, they want to get involved.
Well, they can come to the store. They can give us a phone call. We can take donations, by our credit card over the phone. Even if you can just buy one bag of dog food, that's going to make a huge difference.
Exactly.
There's something else I might want to consider, and we haven't done this before. We have a large amount of toys and last year's coats and sweaters that, I know it's 95 degrees, but we're putting them on at 50% off. Some are 40% off, but some are 50% off. And that percentage between the sale price and the regular price, we're going to use that to make our own donation for this. So, man, if you need winter stuff, this is the week to do it. If you need toys, this is the week to do it. There'll be some crazy things on sale that, and like I say, the proceeds from those funds are going to go to help buy pet food.
I love it. Novi Barons, Mitch and Novi from Prime 109 in Lamppost says, love Animal Connection.
Ooh.
Both my dogs love visiting the store, and the bulk cookie treats are the best. Novi,
Yay.
hello.
Yes.
I first got touched by you, Novi, by Rachel Burns here on the show. Welcome to the program. We'll get you to slide back a little bit so you're talking into this mic here.
Oops, sorry.
Novi, thank you for joining us. Give it a like and give it a share. How is CFC going from a dog and cat adoption standpoint?
We go in spurts.
Okay.
Because we feel a little bit overwhelmed, not even really overwhelmed, but just extremely busy with the kittens. We're looking for some adoptions, some applications for those kittens. They're absolutely gorgeous. We have a female orange tabby. That's kind of odd. Usually orange tabbies are
And they
male.
go quick.
Males, aren't
Yep.
they?
Yeah,
Wow.
they're typically males,
Okay.
and we have one female kitten. We have a brown tabby that is to die for.
Okay.
It's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, every one of these kittens is beautiful, so we need that. We've had a couple of dogs going out on trial adoptions. So again, I would say sometimes the summer slows down a bit. But we have some wonderful animals still waiting. And if anyone is interested in a foster situation, even a temporary, we call extreme sleepover, this kind of weather, this 95-degree weather,
Right. Very air conditioning.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We do have some inside air-conditioned, heated areas for many of the dogs, but not everyone. So while they have fans and they have kiddie pools, there's nothing like lounging in air conditioning for a dog.
Right.
So if you're in a position to help us out through the heat wave, whatever animals are in an extreme sleepover situation, we have more space inside.
Do you need more
and
fans and pools?
We could, pools so far, we're doing well. I have every fan we own in use.
Nice.
So any extra fans would be good. We use the floor box fans. We
Okay.
also use the pedestal stands.
Caringforcreatures.org. Tap that fundraising tab, caringforcreatures.org. Patty, last time we talked on the show, we were briefly discussing the early stages of Dogfest, the most fun outdoor party for dogs. How is Dogfest maturing?
Oh boy, well the list is big. We've had so many suggestions for new vendors and
Cool.
new groups that frankly I didn't even know existed in this area. So vendor letters will be going out this week, and gosh, when you get yours, don't wait. And like I said before, we're looking for not just pet businesses, not just rescue groups and nonprofits, but also businesses that are pet friendly or pet related. You never know where you're going to meet new people that might be your customers, and this is a great showcase of things that are great and fun to do in Charlottesville.
It's at the Ix Art Park.
Right.
It is just an absolute blast. You have the Pollux.
The Pollux will be there. You're going to be there.
I'm going to be there. We have a Halloween. We have a costume contest.
Yep.
We may see some guest judges. You and Rain Rock, is that right?
Correct.
Rain
Yeah,
Rock does
yeah.
a phenomenal job of putting costume caring for creatures
and I'm
animals.
extending all of that credit to Rain. And
Yeah,
she
she's amazing.
had
She's
some
creative.
issues last. Oh, she's unbelievably
Yeah.
creative, and she had some family-related issues she had to deal with last year. So I'm praying that she's available for this year, so we can get back in the running with some amazing costumes.
Teresa
She's,
Davis from Frontrunner Science, who's watching right now, often enters a dog into the Halloween costume
she
or the
does.
costume contest. I'm very excited for this. So we should have perhaps next week on What's Barking Local some more perspective to share. Is that fair?
We could do that, absolutely. And don't forget the beer. We're going to be doing the three-notched Big Dog Blondale again
I love
to
it.
raise money. So, yeah, there's some fun stuff coming up.
The Big Dog Blondale. How about you, Mary? What's coming down the pipe for caring for creatures?
Well, we still have our Match Made in Heaven matching gift campaign, which is continuing through July 22nd.
Okay.
July 22nd. And I encourage you to please continue giving to that match campaign. Again, the dollars, we have a use for every last one of them, and we can stretch them into amazing things. During the month of July, the Sunday brunch over at Brasserie Saison on the downtown mall, they're donating a portion
Ooh, that's a
of
good
their
one.
brunch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
it
good one.
is.
So
Yeah.
is the Dual
Great
Chef Showdown
brunch.
coming up.
Yeah, and the
That's
dual
right around
show.
the corner.
That's right. That's July
22nd.
22nd.
Talk about
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
That's going to be with John Shaughnessy of the Commonwealth and Chris
Okay.
Humphrey of Fellini's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A 6 p.m. and an 8 p.m. seating. I'm going to be at the 6 p.m. Yay.
You're gonna say
I
some more,
love those things. Yes.
Yes.
We will. And I love those things. They're so much fun. I always think of the Food Network thing, and I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
I'm on the Food Network show of some
Ion
sort.
Chef.
And the
Dual-
food is amazing.
ChefShowdown.com for tickets
Yeah.
benefiting Caring for Creatures. We want to throw some prayers out to Chris's wife, Sarah, who's in the hospital right now. She's
wow.
not doing
sorry.
well. Sarah Humphrey, guys, keep her, please, 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 in your prayers. She's at UVA Hospital right now. I'm excited for both you guys for what you have coming on. You guys always stay busy. You always have something going on. And I feel like, and I'll throw this to you, Patty, the final 6 months of the year, it only gets busier and busier and busier. at
It's a
Animal
big
Connection.
push. I mean, even next week, I am finishing Christmas shopping for Animal Connection. I mean, we'll have previews soon of what's coming up, but we go to more than just pet shows to get great things that you're going to want for your dog. So that's happening. We're reviewing new brands for the store. We're adding another freezer. We're gonna be a store with 7 freezers. Can
It's
you believe
amazing.
it?
It's
Right.
amazing.
And just trying to keep abreast of doing things for the animals. Just keep right on top of it. And I do want to say one thing about caring for creatures, because in the years that I've known Mary, I don't know many people that work harder than she does, not only to make sure that these animals are healthy, well-fed, but they are well-trained, and she works very hard to find the right fit for each dog within the family unit. I mean, she thinks long and hard about this, and I know that sometimes she may have turned somebody down that wanted to adopt a certain dog because she knew it wouldn't be the right fit. She's very highly intuitive, and she knows these things, and gosh, if you're looking for a family pet, this is your girl.
Yeah.
It's a matchmaking process.
Thank you.
It is.
It's absolutely.
She's the Yenta
absolutely.
of the pet food world.
The Patty from
Yenta.
Millionaire Matchmaker on Bravo. This is the animal version right here.
That's
Holly
right.
Lee from City Hall, welcome to the program. Put it in perspective again. We've talked about it. You are very diligent. Your team.
Absolutely. Well, my reason for being so is
Mallory,
Mallory, yeah.
right?
She's
Mallory.
one of our she's our
Matchmakers.
adoption
Oh.
counselors. Yeah. She
A
goes, "What
Yenta.
about that?"
The
She comes
Yenta.
on the show all the time. She's
She
fabulous.
does, yeah, absolutely. And you need that. We have every staff person plays a role in getting those animals ready for adoption, whether
Right.
they're the animal care staff who feeds and cleans their areas, to the medical staff, or the community outreach folks, which are our adoption coordinators, phone answerers, to many of our volunteers, including Diane, who gets in all the website requests.
Diane White.
Diane White.
And Donna and Sue. the bandana,
Yes,
the bandana,
yes,
and the cat
and
treat queens.
The cat and pouch ladies. They're wonderful.
They
but
are amazing.
It's a commitment we make to every single animal that comes to us. And most of the time, we have some idea of their history. And usually because of the shape they're in, it's not really been a positive life experience for them. So we offer the location and the sanctuary environment to help them de-stress.
Right. Yeah.
Just they need time to just come down from wherever they were that was stressful. And I know dogs who have gone into situations in a high kill facility in particular.
Mm-hmm.
The stress is beyond, and it's not saying anything negative about that staff or anything, because they do what they can with the resources they have, but the animals are jammed in, they're highly stressed. The food is usually not terribly nutritious, so between the stress and lack of quality food, it destroys their
And they know
immune
something's
systems.
up. I mean, the
Yeah,
animals know,
they're not
and
stupid.
they know,
They know.
that when people are worried about what
Yep.
might happen to them, they pick up on that, and that just adds to
in
more
no
stress.
time. Yeah.
Yep.
And they know that if they mess up,
Could be the last chance.
that's their last. Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
it is.
Tough.
They do know.
How did your push for the new lawnmower go? Still going?
We're still in need.
Yeah?
Oh, gosh.
We've been had a couple volunteers working on trying to get one donated from a manufacturer, and so far, sometimes that can take a little time to get through all of the levels it needs to get through, but I'm not necessarily having a positive feel that that's going to get what we need. So I feel soon we'll probably have to go out for a special fundraiser for that. And
Those aren't
we're
cheap.
looking, they're not cheap.
5,000.
And around 5,000 is, and that's for a zero turn. And it's not that we could not get, and I've actually looked at a smaller lawn mower, riding mower thing. But I've been advised by people who are in that
in the
business, in the know, that, you might pay half the price, but in 3 years, based on we know how you use it, what you have to do at CFC, you're going to buy another one.
Right, and you have a lot of land. And
Exactly,
if you use something smaller, you're taking people away from helping the animals.
Exactly.
So,
We
Exactly.
got 100 and some,
Right.
110?
Animals?
Acres?
Oh, 157 acres.
157 acres at Caring for Creatures.
Yeah.
Patty Boden, your new groomer, how's she doing?
she's doing awesome. She's settled in just great, and people love her. And when she's not grooming, she's all over the store, and she's just helpful and pretty funny to talk to. So, yeah, she's doing great.
Nice. And the dog wash, self-serve dog wash?
Dog wash is going well. Wash and goes is a new thing, and that's going pretty well. And grooming's booked 3 or 4 weeks in advance, and it's things are just smooth sailing at the moment.
Any advice, ladies, to give to the folks that are watching that have their dogs, and I'm speaking from personal perspective, that are about to have their world wrecked by fireworks in the neighborhood?
Well, plan ahead.
Okay.
And the time to give whatever you're going to give, whether it's CBD oil or homeopathics or any type of herbal calmative, is not when you hear the fireworks.
Yeah.
It's the day before. So you need to start now.
Yeah.
So it's in their system. So they're not going, fireworks. They're going, okay, there's fireworks. I can deal with this. So, now's the time to get things. We have really simple products that are easy to use. It's more like a treat. We have oils that you can just pop right into their mouth. Make sure they have ID tags in case they were to get loose and get scared. If you can have some nice music in the house or something going on, something that's calming for them.
We treat it similar to
Right.
thunderstorms,
Exactly.
because it's equally, it's the noise, it's the sound
Right.
that starts to bother them.
Right.
And
it's
it's
also
the big,
worry from the people.
Exactly.
They'll
They're
pick on,
freaked
if
out.
you're worried
Yeah,
about it,
exactly.
they're picking up like, what are they worried about, right?
It's the
How often do you get
busiest.
this question?
Oh,
The fireworks
The
question.
fireworks?
Yeah,
Oh, a lot.
often.
But you know what
every day.
also it is? I already know that on July 5th, it's going to be our biggest day of calls for lost dogs.
Right.
It's
Is
the
that true?
biggest day of the year.
It's huge.
And, just because you enjoy the fireworks in your family,
Right.
don't think taking your dog along is going to make them have a fun time.
Yeah, there's something else that we use sometimes in our grooming with a dog that's really afraid that you might want to try. But you can get cotton balls and put lavender essential oil on the cotton balls and put that in their ears. So now it's going to muffle the sound a little bit, and then they're going to smell this lavender and have some additional calming going on. Just something extra you can do.
Yeah. Some dogs relate to thunder shirts. That helps them.
I've had success with those.
Have you?
Yeah.
Not all dogs.
I read
in my
today you can
experience,
close your blinds because
Yes.
just the flash
Yeah.
that they see is something they're not used to seeing.
We play music.
Right.
We play
I've had
relaxing
success putting the
music.
dogs in the bathroom. Just from a noise standpoint, made it a little quieter, and they felt a little more safe and intimate in a confined space,
Right.
which I guess they're den animals, which makes sense. So that is an interesting statistic. The busiest day for lost dogs is the July 5th at Caring for Creatures, and
Right.
you going into the 4th of July, you are CBDing it big time at Animal Connection.
It works.
Yeah. It's a solution.
I still don't know why it works, but it works.
Calms them down.
Right. It takes the edge off. Let's go with it. It will do no harm.
I love it.
Yeah.
And you can use it for a lot of other stress-related experiences. Also,
Exactly.
going to the
Travel.
vet. Yeah, travel.
Too many kids in the house.
Yeah.
When
Relatives.
they come in for the CBD, are you kind of saying like, all right, this is the right one for you?
Well, we do because we have it in treats, we have it in oil, we have it in individual little oil packs. We have different strengths depending on how relaxed you want to be. There's many ways we can do this.
Okay.
So we have things like flower essences that work on vibrational energy. We have homeopathics that you can put in the drinking water. We have lots of different solutions, and you know
Yep.
about all of those too.
Yep.
So, a solution for everybody.
We pull out all the stops for
Right.
our guys, and stuff gets in their water pails. We put
Right.
oils in diffusers. We play music in their areas. Those that still react, I do have one or two that I have to crate. We keep a light on in her area. We do that for thunderstorms too, and the music playing and a fan blowing as another noise, diffuser, hopefully. So
For the folks that are just tuning in, now almost 40 minutes into the show, who and what and where and how can they get involved with Christmas in July? Patty, why don't you take it?
Wow.
And then I'm going to throw it to you.
Well, you can come by or call Animal Connection, and we have a list of the type of things that Mary needs, and we'll help you there. You can either come and shop for them yourself, or you can choose from the list, like I said, and we'll purchase them on Mary's behalf at wholesale pricing. They can get online to your page and make donations. Anything you can do.
What's the goal?
I would love it if we got more than 6,000 pounds of food this year. And
Yeah.
we're already talking to some of our, we have great distributors and great suppliers. And I've been able to call them and say, hey, is there something that's maybe, if it's close to sell by date, it's still really good quality for another year or so. So if they have, but they have to rehome that food. So if they've got something, they're happy to give it to
So
us.
6,000 pounds
Right.
would be 1,200 days. Is my math correctly right there?
Oh gosh,
you're
that's
pretty out,
math.
geez.
I'm really thick because you do 50 pounds.
Where's my calculator?
50 pounds a day, right?
Right.
Okay, no, it would be 120 days. Okay, 120. That's a lot.
All I
Are you
know is
kidding?
It was 2
Yeah.
pallets of food.
Yeah.
And it was
120
stacked.
days. That's
Yeah.
serious.
I'm telling you, it's huge.
Yeah.
It's huge. The money it saves us is beyond measure. I'm like walking 3 feet off the ground when this happens because I'm like, oh, thank you, God.
Well, you weren't the day we
Thank you,
unloaded
God.
all that.
Well, yeah,
That
it was sort
hard.
of. It was off.
Wait, were you unloading it too? Both you guys?
Yes, we
That's
were
no-
there, and
those
it was
50-pound bags are no
It was
joke.
pouring
Kidding.
down rain.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
was.
yeah. It was
100,
great. It was
so
fun.
6,000 pounds is the goal for Caring for Creatures at Animal Connection. That is 120 days of dog food. At
Or
TFC.
cat food.
Or
Right.
cat
Or
food.
cat food,
That puts
right.
it in perspective.
Right.
120 days is a third of your year.
So game on, Sivo.
Exactly.
We need to do this.
Yeah.
This is a big,
It's
big
big.
thing.
It's
There's
big.
a really important sizzle reel right there, Harris Tolber. Final word, ladies. Anywhere you want to go? Mary Birkholz, I'm going to put you on the spot first.
All right.
Anything you want to cover?
Well, first of all, I want to thank Patty for having me. I've never been a guest.
Oh, yes.
This
Well, we
is
were
very
saving it.
exciting. Yeah. That's great. I don't mean just here, but I'm inviting guests to the CFC show, so this was kind of fun for me to be on the other side of it. But I also would like to extend appreciation to Patty for so many things that she does for CFC and for me personally, and the support and being a sounding board and someone with a lot of information in the areas where she has her expertise. I can't know all these things in all these areas, so I depend on the experts to guide me in caring for creatures to the best for our animals. And Animal Connection has it all. It really does. And I'm grateful, and we hope you'll all come to Christmas in July at Animal Connection.
And we have to thank Mary for the most, number one, your most amazing studio dog, Liza.
Yeah.
There you go. That's right.
Liza has.
I forget she's here most of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, Liza has starred in our commercials, and then she was in our Christmas commercial and our self-serve dog wash commercial. She's a really good sport.
She
and it's just,
meets all the guests that come in here, and literally they're like, "Oh my gosh, this is
What
the
a
chillest dog
And
ever."
and the only little mark on her character was a slight shoplifting thing.
Of a
At your
sweater.
house.
Well,
Of a
and
sweater.
cats.
Wasn't that the funniest thing?
And cats.
she knew
Not a
what she
huge
wanted.
And cats.
And cats.
That's
yeah.
the only reason we
Yeah.
have the no cats rule. is
Right.
This dog is amazing with any other dog out there, and I've literally
Likes
seen it.
the kitties.
But you see a cat or a squirrel,
Squirrel.
we're wrestling a 50, 60-pound mixed breed dog.
Fighting a Marlin.
And it's no easy task. Patty Boden, I apologize for interrupting you. The final word for you, Patty Boden.
Wow. Well, I just want to encourage everybody to come by and get your what you need for fireworks. Come help with Christmas in July. We have things. If your dog's really hot, we've got things that will keep them cooler. Different cooling beds. Or just come by and say hi. We just want to know who you are and get to know us, and then you're going to know what's going on. Be ready for Dog Fest.
Can't wait for Dogfest, guys.
Yay.
Follow Dogfest
Yep.
closely. Caringforcreatures.org, animalconnectionva.com. Log on to the websites very closely. Ronnie Lazary says, "My best to Mary Birkholz."
Hi, Ron. Thank you.
Donate at caringforcreatures.org and get the who, what, when, where, why of Christmas in July at Animal Connection VA. Next week, we are back to Wednesdays at 3 for What's Barking Local.
Oh no, we're doing Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday. Oh, that's right. Where are you going next week?
I'm going to the Atlanta Gift Market
you're
to
going
go buy
to Atlanta.
Christmas for
Buying
dogs and
gifts.
cats.
Yay.
Tuesday. And
Tuesday.
actually, Patty's not going to be there next Tuesday. It's going to be Conrad and the guys.
That's on the 20th. Yeah, Conrad.
Man, you're busy. I'm having a hard time keeping
Just
up with you
forget
right
the
there.
schedule.
Yes,
It's very
July is a
confusing.
zoo. So next week it's Tuesday at 3.
Okay,
The
Tuesday at
week
3, got it.
after that, on the 20th, it's my boyfriend Conrad, and they're going to be talking about cool things you can do on the river with dogs.
Okay.
And
okay.
and
That's
he'll have
fun.
with him our pals from High Tour Gear Exchange. So it's going to be. I have no idea what's going to happen on that show. I'm kind of throwing it and trusting Jerry, which could be a dangerous
We're all
thing.
gonna watch.
You're in good hands.
Yeah.
You're in good hands with me,
Yeah,
I
we'll
promise
see.
you. We're keeping a 15-month-old kid alive somehow, so we can
There
keep
you go.
Conrad and the High Tour guys in the right direction for 30
That's
minutes.
right. Oh my gosh.
So who's the guest next week?
Angie Gunter.
Angie Gunner.
Yeah, we're gonna catch
She's
up
gonna
with her,
join
too.
us.
see what's going on.
Deepak Singh, welcome to the program, Caring for Creatures. What's in store for next week, Thursday at 3?
Next week, and that is the 11th. Is that right?
That is.
I hope that's how I have to go in my brain. What is the
we know where
date
you're
for
gonna
my
be.
calendar. Yeah. I believe on the 11th we have the House Group
Nice.
Yay.
joining us. We're
Okay.
Awesome.
bringing a couple of house dogs that Caring for Creatures had. and
Stacey Norris,
are
the
now-
founder.
Correct.
Yeah.
They do cool
Yeah.
things.
And Jaylene Tucko, one of their star volunteers. She's adopted one, and we're trying to get the second one scheduled in to visit also.
House the houses of wood and straw for
Correct.
dogs, where they literally are bringing houses to animals that, is it safe to say, at risk? They don't have the best living conditions?
They don't
That's
have
it.
Best,
shelter.
that would
They
be
don't have
putting
shelter?
it mildly.
Yeah.
Yeah, their shelter is poor,
Right.
their meals are poor, and they're living life at the end of a chain. You
Yeah.
know? And
Right.
so they need whatever comforts can be provided.
So
to
perfect
them.
complement to what you're doing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's going to be Thursday at 3 o'clock. We are looking forward to that. She is Mary Birkholz. She is Patty Boden, Caring for Creatures founder Animal Connection founder. My name is Jerry Miller.
Yay!
Another founder.
We got some entrepreneurship, obviously, in our blood over here. We will be on schedule, we promise, in August, but Tuesday at 3 o'clock next week for What's Barking Local, Thursday at 3 o'clock for the Caring for Creatures show, and we encourage you to have a fun, safe, and be mindful of your animals on the 4th of July, please. I've seen what happens to these dogs on fireworks. Even if you don't have a dog, think about your neighbor's dog. It terrifies them. It literally scares the bejeebus out of them.
Sparklers are okay.
Sparklers
Yeah.
are okay.
They're so much fun.
It's the
I love
M80s
sparklers.
that are the problem.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, it's the
The
ones that
M80s.
sound like machine guns
Welcome to my
that also
neighborhood.
scare me as well. I've gotten less into fireworks the older I've gotten. I used to at one time be like, oh my gosh. Now I'm just like, these are a nuisance.
You need to
And
come
maybe
visit
I'm
our
like,
neighborhood on a Saturday night. You haven't lived yet.
we don't have them, fortunately, at ours. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, guys. Thank you kindly for joining us.
All right. Happy 4th.
Happy 4th.
Good work, ladies. That was easy.
Yeah.
Thank you.